Hi, Courtney. Thank you so much for being here with us. How are you
You're so
doing?
welcome. I'm doing great today. How are you doing?
Great. I'm doing pretty good because I'm talking to you and you're one of my favorite people. So,
High fives.
so Courtney, for anyone, or I guess I should introduce myself. For anyone who's listening who doesn't know me, my name is Dr. Schlaff. I'm an intimacy coach and pelvic floor physical therapist here at Comprehensive Therapy Services. So, Courtney, for anyone who doesn't know you, what's your name? What do you do? Who do you help?
My name is Courtney Avery. I have my master's of public health. I'm a yoga teacher and I'm a birth doula. And I created Intimate Health Yoga, which is where I combine all of my favorite things: health education, intimacy, and yoga. And I really love to empower people with health education to experience more pleasure in everyday lives. Yeah.
I love that. It's most of my favorite things too. So
I figured.
I just love what you do. So yoga is kind of this like beautiful tool that I think you've used to infuse health education and infuse, movement and stress relief into people's lives. And I would love to hear, if there's something that you use yoga for that you're like, a lot of people don't know that you can use yoga for this, or something that you want to share with the people back home.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think the number one thing is body awareness. And that concept may seem really simple, but it's so important in everybody's life. I actually incorporated body yoga for body awareness into a health education program for my master's capstone or thesis
Mhm.
project. And it worked really well because when people feel good and they have the chance to feel good in their bodies, you're more likely to want to keep that up.
Yep.
Um, and it's kind of like taking you out of the thinking mind and into the feeling mind and connecting those two.
Mm.
Um, and I think, for yoga being something that, people might not even be aware of, think of the times when you're stressed out and your shoulders are like up here. And I don't know about you, but I don't even notice when that's happening. And I'm like all of a sudden in this like state of tension when I consciously think like, okay, I'm feeling tension in my shoulders. I can relax them. And it's like night and day. I feel better physically and mentally. Um, and we have muscles in our pelvic floor, right? So it's really adding that concept to pelvic floor awareness can really help with obviously a number of reasons: birth, um, pleasure, and just everyday life, posture, pain, all that stuff.
That is so awesome, Courtney. And yeah, it's kind of like this really interesting approach that I think a lot of people don't think about, but it's like if your body is relaxed, it's really, really difficult for your brain to be like going. So is there
Mm-hmm.
anything that you like to use for like a quick relaxation technique, or kind of like getting into that body piece of this to say like, hey body, we're chilling out right now?
That's a great question. I really the word yoga, it means to yoke or to unite. So that in the practice that I really love to teach is uniting breath, mind, and body. So when I teach a yoga class or when I recommend a simple technique, I want to make sure that I'm touching all three of those things and bringing that into this mindful movement practice. So, something that I tell everyone to do constantly is sa, ta, na, ma breathing meditation. So,
Mm.
yeah. So, what this is you are going to repeat with your mind. You can do this in your head. You don't have to say it out loud. You're going to repeat that mantra, those 4 syllables: sa, ta, na, ma. What's beautiful about them is that they represent the cycles of life, right? So there's
Mm.
4 seasons, there's 4 phases of the moon, and it's birth, life, death, and rebirth.
Ooh,
Which, yeah, it's like, ooh,
beautiful. Got a little
right?
chill
Yeah,
there.
I know. It's like, ooh, it's cool because it's like you can kind of reinvent yourself in every moment, right? Like just by focusing on the breath. So that's what you're saying mentally. These 4 words, you're thinking about the natural cycles of life and the cycles in your own life. And then you're going to use your hands to repeat that mantra. So usually it's hands on tops of your thighs, but it's going to be sa, index finger to thumb.
Okay.
Ta, middle finger. Na, ring finger. Ma, pinky. So then you add the breath. You're going to inhale with your hands open. And then you exhale in 4 parts. Sa, ta, na, ma.
I snuck a yawn in mine.
I like that. I think that's a yawn.
It's good. It means my body's relaxing.
I was just going to say that. It means your body needs that. It's perfect. So all together, you're closing your eyes. You're thinking about these words. You're inhaling. And then you exhale in 4 parts. Sa, ta, na, ma. Yep. Good. Let the yawn out. That's so good.
Can't stop, won't stop.
It's good. This meditation, they've actually done some research on it to improve cognitive thinking and cognitive function, which is cool. And it's also great if you can't sleep at night. Yep. If you repeat those, repeat the mantra and close your eyes and really focus on the breath. Maybe not so much the hands, because if that keeps you up, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Right. But, I tell people who are, especially like corporate life, you're at a desk, you don't want to like get up and do some crazy yoga poses. You can just close your eyes and do that at your desk.
I love that. What a beautiful way to infuse a nugget of your mindfulness practice, your movement practice into the daily life, right? And how many of us are struggling with sleep post-COVID, right?
Totally. Yeah, I've told so many people about this little gem, and it really is so simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Everyone can do it. All you need is your hands.
Yep.
And your
and your breath.
Mouth.
And your nose and your mouth. Those things too.
So that's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit more about some other ways that you use yoga? I know we have collaborated with quite a few clients and patients for, really using yoga to help with pain anywhere in your body, or even like, to move through that, speaking of cycles, like your period, right?
Definitely. So, especially when it comes to pelvic pain, pain caused by periods, pain caused by, fear or chronic tension, yoga is really helpful, because when we're in that pain state, when we're in that fear state, what happens? Our whole body starts to brace and tense, right? So it's not just about that area that's experiencing the pain. It's now becoming systemic through the body. So I teach all kinds of period yoga classes. I have a ton of videos in my online studio, because I think it's one of the best ways to help with painful periods. I experience really bad period pain myself, so I know it helps me, and I really love how it just helps people, because especially when you're experiencing this kind of pain, you're trying everything, you're doing all the right things, and it's something that you can do at any time. You have your body, you have your breath, you can stretch, you can move, and it really helps the body just say, okay, I don't have to brace through this. I can release these muscles. And it just helps to take the edge off the pain, off the tension.
That's awesome. So if somebody wanted to find this online yoga studio that you speak of, how would they find it? And tell me more about it.
Yes. So it's the Intimate Health Yoga online yoga studio, and it's on my website. You can go to intimatehealthyoga.com and find the link to click through. I have a membership offering right now. So there's live yoga classes twice a week. We practice on Zoom. We have a really cool community. We do journal prompts after the yoga classes. and I host a monthly workshop with different experts in the field of women's health and intimacy and pleasure. And I have an awesome guest teacher happening, teaching a great workshop with me next Sunday. Yep, Rose is gonna join me for that.
And I don't know when this interview is going to come out, so it may be past the time, but we frequently work together because we're pretty obsessed with each other. So
yes, it happens often. So there will definitely be more. But yeah, I just wanted to create a safe space for people want to explore their intimacy and different options when it comes to mindful movement and body awareness with their intimacy. So I really appreciate different perspectives on this, right? So, I want a doctor of physical therapy. I have breath work. We have a sex and pleasure coach. So it's really special. It's a great community. A lot of cool people coming together all over the world too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you're a great person. So you bring great people to you. So that does not surprise me at all.
Stop that. Thank you.
If anybody wanted to get in touch with you, if anybody wanted to learn more, what would be the best way to reach out to you?
You can email me, Courtney at intimatehealthyoga.com. You can find all of that information on intimatehealthyoga.com. It's all there. You can find the studio links. You can contact me, join the mailing list. You can also find me on YouTube if you want. I have a ton of free yoga videos up there too, so you can see what it's all about before you dive into the membership.
She does. Please check out her YouTube. Such amazing resources. So well formed, right? So Courtney is, has so much amazing knowledge, and she really infuses that into every single yoga practice she has. So please do yourself a favor. Hang out with Courtney on YouTube, on her online studio, reach out to her. She's very, very nice, very knowledgeable. And thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I love what you guys are up to at CTS. Makes me so happy that people have this resource.
Yay. Well, I will talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Definitely talk to you soon, Rose.